kiddos. It's good to be with you again. Listen, we are going to pick up where we left off last week, and many of us had the opportunity hopefully to make the three-dimensional cross that reminds us of Easter and the beauty of Christ and what he did for us on the cross. And I remember how I said he has risen on the top, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that today. But I also mentioned that I was going to show you a little surprise. I have a couple of surprises. One, Sky's going to swing around and show you what I look out my window in the morning, and this is spring, and there is a sweet little mama dove, and she's got her little babies in there. I wish I could get closer, but we'd have to get a ladder, and that might scare her and the babies. But she's been sitting on these eggs forever, and finally, about this past week, the eggs hatched, and there's these little heads poking up, and she's feeding them. And so eggs to me are just a beautiful time to remind us about God's creation. And we've been talking a lot about creation, and we did our the little nature around our cross last week with flowers and bugs, but God also made critters. He made us as humans, and he also made animals, and the bunny and the rabbit is one of the things he created, and we're going to do that today. And it's kind of fun because it's springtime. We think about baby chicks and bunny rabbits, and some of us even do Easter egg hunts and decorate eggs, and just to celebrate his amazing spring and the celebration of a new beginning. And today we are going to work on this rabbit with the egg. And at the end, I might show you, if we have time, some more of my little surprises here with some of my, these are called my resurrection eggs. So it tells the story of Jesus and his love for us. So let's get started. And what I want you to do is take your white piece of paper. We're going to have our watercolor. Goodness, where's my watercolor? Oh, I gotta go grab my watercolor. Goodness gracious. Grab this real quick. All right, sorry. So yeah, pause and get your supplies. Miss Kelly's on the struggle bus here, getting my supplies. So you want your watercolor and your paintbrushes and a Sharpie and a pencil. So if you don't have those things, go turn it off for a minute and come back and get it. So we're going to start with thinking about our page again, and I want you to take your pencil halfway onto the sheet. I've drawn real lightly here just to make things a little quicker for me, but so here's halfway. You can even put your finger halfway, kind of measure that up, and then just slightly up. I mean, we're just talking itsy bitsy up. You're going to put a dot right there, and then almost about that same amount from slightly up, you're just going to go down to the bottom of the page and put a dot down there. That's kind of going to just tell you how big you want your egg to be. All right, so then what you're going to think of, symmetry on each side. That's the same on each side. So you're going to go and you're going to start, and you're going to go this side and connect it to that dot, and then just try to match as best you can. Now, you know me, I'm going real dark with this because I want you to be able to see it, but you go light in case you have to erase it a little bit. Remember that? How we talk about that? Now, we're going to have the bunny poking his head out behind the egg. So you're going to, what we call crop. If you want to make a full circle, you can. And I know some of you are using things at home to create circles, and that works too. So we could do that. We could just make a circle. It might be easier first. And what you want to do is just put a circle into your egg like that. But guess what you're going to do? You're going to take your eraser and get rid of that line. All right? Because you just want to see, like, his head looks like it's poking around. All right? Now, again, you might have a bigger piece of paper than me, but my paper is a little bit smaller, so I'm going to have one of my ears, take it like that, kind of right center, and then you're going to go slightly over from the center, right there, and then take it over again here, put a dot there and about that distance, and you're going to go kind of curve it in the other way, and that ear is going to come off the page. And then you're going to go, okay, here's my center. I kind of want to make it equal on the other side. And you can measure this out with rulers if you want to, but you know, you can kind of just eyeball it. Doesn't have to be exact. And then kind of the same distance again. You're going to put another dot. You can map out your ear there. And then what this ear is going to do, it's going to go up to kind of a point like this. and then it's gonna curve around and bend down. All right, so he's kind of like, it's gonna be, and then you're gonna take this up here again, and then you're gonna curve it in like this and kind of just make your ear. And so what we're gonna do, the inside of the ear, kind of take that up there, put a little shading there, and the inside of the ear is gonna kind of stop there, and then we're gonna make an inside. So we'll kind of make that the pinky inside of the ear. This isn't totally a realistic bunny, and you're gonna see with one of the things I do with the bunny that this is not gonna be a realistic bunny. So then you're gonna go slightly down, like here's, you're at the top of your egg, here's the bottom, so kind of think middle, and then slightly above the middle, you're gonna kind of put a dot here, all right? So here's your middle of your egg, put your pencil there, and then just about that far up from your pencil, and then the same, and then you can kind of take those dots right there. So what you're gonna tell yourself is you're gonna kind of make a circle with these dots, like right here. You're just gonna put a circle here, and do it real light. I'm making it dark because I want you to see it. But then what you're gonna do is in the middle of that, you're gonna do like one of his little paws, like a little bunny paw there. So it's gonna just look like a little sideways U, and then you're gonna make another little paw there, and kind of extend it a little bit longer, and kind of you can add those little, kind of make it look more like paws. So then down here, you're gonna go inside, down at the bottom, we're gonna do the feet, and you're gonna go inside the egg a little bit. So you're gonna make another circle, a little bit smaller, inside the egg. It's gonna overlap into the egg a bit, and then you're gonna make a smaller circle on each side of that, all right? Just down. So what you do with that, we're gonna get rid of the line. We don't wanna see that line inside the foot. So erase your lines, all right? And then you're gonna kind of create that more into a foot. You're gonna put little foot pads on there, those little pieces. You can see those on your puppy dogs and your kitty cats. If you don't have a bunny, a pet bunny, you would see that. So those are kind of like his little foot paws, and we'll do that with paint. So, and then what's kind of fun is you can start decorating your egg, and I'm just gonna go simple with like a line here, and then some dots, some big circles, and then some curvy-wurvy, and then a straight across line. Now again, I'm going kind of quick, and you can catch up, and if you ever need to pause it, to just say, okay, take a pause and decorate the egg, and then we're gonna do a bloop, 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 one of those, and then maybe some lines, all right? So you can decorate your egg however you want. That was just an idea. Now, this little bunny, if you want to scooch up there, is more of a really realistic little face, but I've decided that I was going to be kind of silly and make one with glasses, because Miss Kelly wears glasses. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our eyes, all right, 2 circles, and you can kind of space those wherever, and we'll paint those in, you don't need to worry. Then straight across from the eyes is you're just going to draw a line straight across the eyes there. Can you see? Am I making it dark enough? And then from the center, you take it like right at the center there, you're just gonna go whoop, and you're gonna go, and you wanna try to match what you did there, and go the other side, kind of symmetrical. Of course, you're perfect. And then right down from that, you're gonna make your nose, and you make a little line, come down from there, and then just like a little scoopy-doop. And then of course the classic little thing that we do with many little critters, and then some long whiskers, right? And I think we got everything. We're gonna put some grass in there, and then we're gonna get going with our paint. So what I want to do is, I'm real big on these backgrounds. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're gonna just Sharpie just a little teeny bit on this, not a whole lot. We're just gonna Sharpie the ears, just more of an outer thing with this today. We're not going to do all the detailing. We're just going to paint the details today. And make sure you do, oh, look what, this is handy because you got to get rid of your lines on your hand. Glad we did that. Got to get rid of our paw. We want to make sure those look like little paws. So you're going to go around with your egg, Sharpie around there real quick. And everything else And honestly, that line kind of looks like his head, and we don't want it to look like that. So if I just created that with you, maybe just, oops, take a, I don't know, do a swiggle or something instead. I just realized that made it look like his head. Sorry about that. That's why we use a pencil. Okie dokie. So now you're gonna go in with your paw, and you can kind of make it look a little bit more realistic maybe with it. And then the little paw, right? Connect that, and then his little feet. And now we're gonna get into the painting. Just wanted to get a little Sharpie going. Okay, that should do it. So with the paint, I'm gonna take you up to the first one. We're gonna take a yellow, and I want you to start working on this background. I am pretty, you can do any color background you want. I'm just gonna take you through a way that you can do it if you want to. I'm going into a white color. All right, then we're gonna go into a blue. And you're just kind of gonna make a rainbow, and then kind of going across, stay off of your bunny, and then a big, 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 big section of pink is where I'm gonna go with this. But again, make sure that's pink. You can do whatever you want, and if you want to make it not super brilliant, like mix it with a white, your white color if you have white, right? And I'm gonna do a lot of pink right there. Just fill that in. All right, a little bit more pink. And then what should we do now, guys? What should we do? Color, go in there. And maybe we're gonna go into some orangey, and I'm gonna mix that a little bit with white too. So it's more of a, just more of a muted orange. All right, we're kind of going with those. So I'm not gonna get too fancy just for the sake of time. And you can make yours even more detailed with not making the sections quite as big. And then I think I'm gonna finish off with one more color. And I haven't decided what yet. Gotta hurry. Let's see, maybe we'll go back to blue. All right, so take blue all the way down. And add some more white to that again. So here, that's gonna go all the way to our grass. Don't forget to add your line for grass. All right, so once we're doing that, then I want you to go into your grass. And we're gonna do some design on the grass. And guess what? I may not color all of this with you because you can do all the detailing on your Easter egg, so I'm not taking it too much time. But let's get into our grass. So now we're just gonna make it look like solid grass, and then we'll do some little blades. So fill that in to give that contrast, like he's not sitting in the air or on a cloud, he's sitting on the ground. Our little bunny who snagged one of our Easter eggs. All right, so there you go. And then I'm just trying to kind of be quick. And you can take the dark, little dark streaks, kind of go up above there. Anyhow, you're great at this. You guys are experts at giving that contrast and variation. We've been doing that at several weeks now, so she's really great at that. So now you got to pick out, oh, Miss Kelly, what color am I gonna want my bunny? And I just remember. So I think, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for brown, but you could do a white bunny. I don't know. Maybe I'll do. Maybe I'm gonna do like a light color, like a light tan bunny. All right, so I'm going in with a light tan. That's what I decided on. So what I just picked a little bit of brown and added some white to it. Or, you know, you pick whatever color you want. So I'm gonna go with my tan bunny. Just fill him in there, right? Get his little ears and his head. And then you keep those little, we're gonna leave those little parts for pink ear. Leave his nose. So let's get him all filled in here. Of course, his little paws and feet will be tan too. Gonna fill the whole thing in with tan. And you can get yours a little bit more precise. I'm just trying to give you an idea. So there he is. You know, we could have even had his little tail sticking out over here. You guys could add that if you want to. Right, get his little feet going. So there's our little tan guy. think we got everything. So then we're gonna go in with piercing dark eyes. Oh, we'll have to add more fur color once we get this the glasses done and everything. We'll figure out like how we want to do his we got to fill in his some more fur in the glasses area. I'm gonna make red glasses because that's the color of glasses that Miss Kelly wears. So I'm gonna let him borrow some of my glasses. And this is just being silly. You don't have to make your bunny with glasses. It just made me chuckle to make glasses. See, you just like. So now, of course, you're gonna have to go back in with that tan. You can dab your, rinse it off and dab it there so you don't, and then go back in with some tan, of course, because he's got, see, I should have done that first. Don't worry about it. You can always, like, if it kind of runs, you can always let it dry and then paint over it again if it gets kind of runny. So I'll let that dry a little bit, and I might brighten up those eyes. And then we're gonna do a little pink nose, and then our little pink ears right in here. So guys, what you can do, you can go back over with Sharpie, and you can do all different kinds of fun things with your Easter egg, like design. You can make a solid color with your Easter egg. You could, every section could be different. I'll just start one part out, and then I probably won't do the whole thing, but you guys are really great at this, and it's gonna be so fun to see pictures. Send me pictures of your finished artwork of how you finish your designs. But I can't wait to see it. Like, oh, you can just have so much fun with, and you can mix colors, and you just go, so see, just have a great time with that, finishing up that egg. Now, also, look what happened to my eye. So I'm gonna get less water on your brush if you have this kind of deal. So he got a little bit drippy, so you can get those darkened up. And then when that even dries, you can take a little bit of white and put a little speck in his eye for that reflection. And you can add more Sharpie, get his nose and details after you get done. But, oops, I didn't get that other side. Trying to hurry. So I was trying to hurry because I wanted to show you my eggs really fast. So please send me the pictures of your finished little guy. I cannot wait to see. And just, so back to our cross, that Jesus has risen, and it's so exciting because we have a lot of eggs in here to describe like what happened, but I just wanted to show you the last three, because the last three was when Jesus finally died on the cross. It would have been like, this is Good Friday, and Good Friday is when Christ died, and it was very, very sad. Oh, and they took Christ. Oh my goodness, I can't open this egg. I need you guys here to help me. You're my helpers. I miss my helpers. I have to have Sky help me. Here it is. And this egg is the linen that they wrapped Jesus in, and when they put him in the tomb, and he was able to, they were able to prepare his body and put him in the tomb. And then after that sad day, which would have been Good Friday, and then 3 days, he was in the tomb, and who was it, Sky? Mary Magdalene and Mary Magdalene went to the tomb because they were going to do some spices, and when they went there, they realized that the stone that they had rolled in front of the tomb had been rolled away, and it was gone. And they were so incredibly excited because when they looked in there, Jesus' body, the linens were there, but he wasn't there. Because guess what? Jesus rose from the dead, and he ministered on earth for 40 days, and people, there was eyewitnesses that Jesus had risen from the dead. But what was so exciting, after the 40 days, he went into heaven, and he's in heaven today, ascended into heaven, and is sitting on a throne. And he told us that, commissioned us to say, listen, you need to tell everybody the good news that I loved you, that I died for you, that I rose again, and that there is a life eternal for you if you believe in me. And so that's the beautiful story of Easter. And I just love you guys so much. And I cannot wait to see you again. And I hope that you have a beautiful Easter Sunday celebrating our Savior. See you later.